Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, today we are diving into a video that I have not done in a while. But before we go ahead and roll up our sleeves and dive into that, I just want to mention a couple of things. Number one, I'm still working on like the lighting, the setup, and there is a little bit more natural light coming through today, so if things look a little different than usual, just bear with me, girl. It is nice, it is bright, it is sunny, and I just don't have the heart to close that curtain. So we're just gonna let it ride and enjoy some sun, and you're just gonna have to roll with me while we do that. Number one. Number two, I will have this big old fuzzy beast linked down below, so don't you fret, because I know I'm about ready to get 100 comments on, honey, where did you get that big fuzzy plush situation? And I will have it linked down below. It is from American Eagle, and who knows, you might be seeing it again soon. So, you know, just like stay tuned, and I hope you like it. Now, moving on to today's video, we are doing, as you saw in the title, a full face, or almost a full face, of makeup that I have never used before, and it's not new, it's just makeup I never tried. Either I picked it up for a video, didn't use it for that video, maybe I got it from BoxyCharm, but it doesn't matter. Moral of the story, it's a full face of makeup. It's not new makeup, but it's just stuff that I've never used, and I like to play around with it anyways, and you guys really love seeing this because it's still makeup, it still circulates, and it's fun to just play around with stuff. It doesn't have to always be new, y'all. It's still fun, okay? Okay. Alright, so first things first, we are going to get started with primer. Now, I have this little devil, which I've been saving for a hot minute, and this is from Givenchy, and this is their Matte and Blur Touch Mattifying Stick. Now, I'm not going to be taking this all over the face. I'm only going to be taking it in my T-zone. It doesn't have much of a fragrance, but I'm just going to take and really concentrate this, I would say, like, nose, chin, forehead, just a little bit here with the stick applicator, and then I'm just gonna go in and, like, diffuse and lightly kind of spread it around that area, just to make sure that it's nice and pressed into the skin. Now, I probably should have mentioned this before going in with my Givenchy primer, but this is actually all high-end makeup, so don't be surprised to not see any drugstore in here. There's only one item. I'm not sure if that's drugstore or not, like I didn't look it up or anything, but just know that all of this is higher-end makeup. So if you're like, girl, where's the drugstore? I have entirely separate bins like this for the drugstore, so if you'd like to see that video, you can let me know down below, but all of this is high-end makeup. And that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the foundation portion, for which I have two different items. I have this one from Hourglass, and this is their Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. It is a mattifying foundation, and it is oil-free. And I also have this ABH Stick Foundation, and this is in the shade Porcelain. This one right here from ABH, I believe I have used this formula before, but obviously not this stick foundation. And one of the main reasons I feel like I never would have used it is because it is so insanely light, especially for my skin and how I like to wear my foundation. I did pull it out though. I thought maybe we could use it if we wanted to reshape the face, brighten up an area, or we don't have to use it at all. Totally fine either way. But the main one for me that I'm super duper curious about is this one from Hourglass. Now, I did pick this up in the shade Blanc, though it's lighter than I would normally go, but it's not overly light. This is it right here. Yeah, definitely more pink undertoned for sure than I would go, and it didn't say anywhere on the box what to expect for coverage, so I'm not really sure where to go from this. I think what I want to do though is just start by doing like a little test patch. Oh wow, that's super duper light. Yeah, there's like no coverage with that, like at all. It didn't cover, hold on, let me pick a spot here, like right here. This is an acne spot. I'm just gonna show you, like, it doesn't give any coverage. I don't love that. It does have a really nice cream to powder feel though. Like, it's drying down in a nice, light, soft kind of way. So if that's your thing, you might really enjoy this. But while I'm at it here, I also am gonna take just a little bit of this one from ABH. I just want to kind of test them both, and then I can remove and start over. Or, you know, I can kind of work from there. But I just want to see, like, am I actually going to get somewhere with coverage? Because I could always go Scott Barnes method. So here's what I'm going to do real quick, guys. I am going to actually remove everything that I put on here because I didn't anticipate the one from Hourglass having like no coverage at all, and I feel like that's really gonna settle me up here for a failure. So let's go ahead and we're just going to remove everything, and we're going to reprime a little differently. There is no shame in starting over, honey. I would rather start over and know that I love what I'm working with than just like struggle busting through the whole thing and hating every moment of it. I'm going to, now that that has completely dried off my skin, I am going to go in here with a little bit again of that Givenchy stick. And I'm going to use that to just hit the T-zone. And then over top of that, we're going to take a little bit of this Cypress, whatever the hell it is, serum stuff. And we're going to put that on the outskirts of the face and just lightly press it in. And then I'm going to give myself just a little spritz here of my Farsali spray, which this I also received in my BoxyCharm. I think how I'll approach this instead of how I was doing it is more like the Scott Barnes style, where you do a little bit of the contouring or bronzing or whatever of your perimeter, you add the light, you add the deeper shades, and then you kind of fill in with a skin tone shade or however, you know, whatever shade you want to go in with. But I think that'll work best for the products that I have. So we'll be using the ABH stick, but I also have this little guy right here, and this is the KKW concealer, and this is in the shade 1, and I feel like I've had this for a hot minute and I've just never used it. I don't know. Oh, that's actually a really good color. It was in this bin, so I'm going to assume I've never used it. And I think what we'll do first is we will just use this to start kind of shaping out the face right here. Always start under the eyes, at least that's where I like to start. And for this part, I will be using my sponge here just to buff it out. It'll also give me a nice idea of the coverage. Oh wow, that's pretty. And this looks like it's a nice lighter, I'd say medium toned concealer, because it's not like super duper full coverage, but I really like the brightening aspect of that. Like that's beautiful under my eyes. And then I just went ahead here and I'm adding it to the other areas of my face just to help brighten everything up. Also, my eye is starting to water. Fun, fun. All right, now going in and starting to shape out my face, I'm going to be using this. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is their Hollywood Contour Wand made for easy contour. I have this in the shade Fair Medium, and obviously I've never used it before, hence why it's a white little top right there. And basically all you do is use this to shape out. Now, everyone that I've seen ever use this on the internet has said that it blends out really nicely, so even if it looks like you're applying a lot, it's not that bad. And I think to blend that out, I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild brush here, and I'm going to buff it into my skin. Oh wow, that actually blends out so beautifully. Oh, I kind of love that, actually. It's really light in coverage. Like once you blend it out, it becomes super light on the skin, which is really, really nice. All right, so I did go ahead and I zoomed you guys in, so you'll have to keep bearing with me. Like I've said 100 times, we're still in the process of figuring out this whole setup. So bear with me. I know it's not perfect, but I really love the way that that looks. I feel like it looks good. Again, we're only really focused at this point on the contour part and where it is a little bit brighter. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to fill in these other areas. We're gonna get a little bit of coverage going over the acne. And we're gonna use this as just a little bit of a gap to fill in the areas where we need a little bit of coverage and we kind of want to transition from the brighter concealer down into that more bronzed area. And for that, I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge and really press it into the skin. Okay, so I was able to build up a little bit of coverage. I don't know that I love the tone of this foundation stick for that purpose, which I've already mentioned. It's a little bit too light for me in that aspect. But what I do want to do, I think, to kind of round out this complexion, I feel like we spent 100 years on this part. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of my KKW here, and I am going to just re-emphasize under the eyes and give myself a little bit more coverage. This is always my last step before I set the face. Okay, now given that we're trying so many different base products here, I am going to go in with a couple of products that I already know and love. And the first one is going to be this little guy, which is my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is the Magic Powder. And I'm going to use this to, first off, just set under the eyes and the T-zone. You guys, I am so pissed off right now. I have been so excited. Like, since I sat down to film this video, one of the reasons I wanted to do it was because I had these right here. These are from Bare Minerals, and it's their Bare Pro Glow. I have the highlight liquid and the bronzer liquid, and I wanted to use them so bad today. I literally just powdered and was like, what are those? Girl, it's what you wanted this whole time. I'm so upset. Oh my gosh, you guys, that could have been so pretty. Do you see how like adorable that is? Oh, I'm so mad. And it's like almost like an oily consistency. I wonder if I could sneak that on. No, because this side has a little powder. Oh, I'm so pissed. So you know what, guys? Give me a minute. I'm going to see if I have anything else that's fun, even if it is in the drugstore bin. I don't care because I want something else. I'm so mad right now. I'm mad at myself. I'm not mad at anybody. It's my fault. Okay, I did this to myself, but I'm so upset. Okay. I'm gonna find something else that's equally as exciting. BRB. All right, guys, so that was incredibly anticlimactic because I didn't have anything in any bin that I was looking for. So instead I grabbed a couple of things that I have used before, but it's been a very long time. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the liquid blush that I grabbed. It is a product that I've talked about several times on my channel that I know and love, and that would be this little guy from Flower Beauty. It is one of their blush bombs, and I grabbed this in the shade Bubbly, which is this color right here. Very nice not something I would reach for on like a day-to-day basis, if I'm being honest, but I love this formula so much, and I saw it sitting there and I was like, I have not used you in so long and I need something to make me smile, and y'all, these just make me smile. They are so freaking beautiful. So that's where we're gonna start, okay? Okay. And I am just going to pop this on my cheekle region, if in you will. And then for a little bit of a cream highlight, now this is one I literally haven't used in probably since I bought it, and this is from NABLA Cosmetics, and this is their Surreal Highlight Stick here, and it has a yellowish undertone to it, but it looked really, really pretty. You can kind of see it right there. Now we are going to take and pop that on my cheek. Can you even see it? This is a really natural highlight stick. It's not what I anticipated. I don't remember it being so natural. Then again, I used to set my entire face and I hated cream products, so honestly this could go either way. Y'all, if this video was an episode of Friends, it would be called the one where everything goes wrong, because literally everything I'm touching, wrong. Now to go ahead and set the rest of the face real quickly, I'm just gonna grab my Pixie Flawless Finishing Powder here and my Morphe JH01, and I'm going to lightly set the entire face. Now real quick, something I didn't have was a bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on my BH Cosmetics Brilliance Bronzer here in Golden Gal. Now let's go ahead and talk about blush, you guys, because I have this Tarte blush book and I'm so excited. I love every year when Tarte comes out with these. I feel like I purchased this maybe last year, not quite a year ago, when they came out with it, and at that time I had literally opened like 16 blushes, so I put this one aside and I was like, I don't want to open it right now. I really want to play around with what I have, and I'm really glad that I put it aside, because look at how stunning this is on the inside. I feel like we have a ton of different colors, different options. There are 10 total options here. I think I really want to play around with the shade Rara, which is this one right here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I want something that'll match and give me like a nice fall cohesive vibe, but still have a little bit of a pinky undertone to match what we've already got going on. All right, I'm moving you guys out a little bit because it keeps going in and out of focus, and it's done it about 12 too many times at this point, so I'm gonna leave you a little bit zoomed. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Also, real quick while I'm here, nothing new, but I'm gonna take a little bit of my Essence Brighten Up powder, and I'm just gonna take and use that to highlight the face a little bit. Mainly use it under the eyes, but I like to take it anywhere else at the beginning of the video where I had put the concealer, and I'll kind of work it into that area as well. All right, you guys, so this is where I'm just gonna take a second. I'm gonna take a beat for just one moment here. This is my Diet Coke with light ice from McDonald's. I'm going to drink this, all the while imagining that it was laced with some sort of vodka, because your girl can't drink, and today is just like one of those days. Like, my complexion looks great, and I like the way everything's coming together. You know, again, nice light medium. I don't have an issue with the way I look, as much as I do just like everything. Like, every time I look up, the camera's out of focus, or this or that, and I'm just like, so I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna do my brows real quick. So hang tight and I will be right back. Okay, beautiful people, I'm back. I feel refreshed. I feel happy. My brows are on. And just to recap here a little bit of what happened off camera, I did my brows with my Hourglass pencil. Now I started using this in my Allure 2019 testing video, which I will link up there. Guys, that is one of the funnest videos. It was so enjoyable to film. And I've been using this pencil almost every single day since I filmed that video. So if you'd like to see the other stuff, check that out. But I use that for the sculpting, like color and all of that. To go through the brows, of course, I used my busted, crusted little ABH Dip Brow Gel. And on the lips, I have a little bit of my NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil. I apologize, guys. I don't know what is happening. This eye is watering so bad, and all of a sudden, it's almost like I had, like, you know how sometimes, this is just not good. I can already hear this as I'm editing it back, and editing Paige is rolling her eyes right now. But do you ever just have a moment where you're just like, blah, 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 like things just don't work for whatever reason? You're in this like weird little funk ass mood, and then all of a sudden you just like, you know, you like recharge somehow, or something happens. You have like a wah, something smacks you in the face, and now I feel ready to go. I'm talking fast, like I feel like myself, and I feel like I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and talk about eyes. Now, I have this little palette, and this is something I picked up. Get out of here. This is something I picked up a while ago. Literally, the garbage is right there. I don't know. Anyways, I picked this up a while ago. This is from Too Faced, and this is their Tickled Peach little mini palette right here. So that is what we are going to be testing out and playing with today, on top of this little devil, which I do believe came in a BoxyCharm, and it is from Ciate, and this is their Eye Luster Cream Eyeshadow. And again, the garbage is right there. And this is in the And I think it on the box is the shade, but I don't have the box anymore because I just threw it across the room, and we both know I'm not getting up. So this is one of their, oh, I'm sorry, that was my first reaction. I have never swatched this. Why are you actually breathtaking? It is like a purple, pink, gold shifting moment that is happening. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know that that's translating on camera, but oh my God. Okay, so this is what we're doing. I thought the pair would look really pretty. Maybe we could do like a little faux cut crease or a cut crease. I don't know. We're gonna do something with this, and we're gonna just start playing around with shadows. So let's prime the lids. Yes, let's prime the lids, prime the lids. You guys, I cleaned up my brows just a little bit with like my little shaver thing, and I'm telling you, it makes such a difference. Like, it takes so much less time to clean them up because there's like, I'm not trying to like cover 1,000 little baby hairs. And don't act like you're not there too, okay? Like, we all know the situation when you just like don't feel like cleaning up them brow hairs. So you kind of put concealer over them and hope that the world won't notice that they're there. Yeah, that's right. That's been me for the last week. Living my best damn hairy ass life. That's right. All right, now I think for today here, I'm gonna grab my Morphe E23 and I'm gonna dive into this light brown shade right here. It's just a standard light brown. It's nothing too special, but we're gonna take that and I think we're just gonna pop that into the crease. Yeah, just a nice light little brown. I have a feeling the star of the show for today is going to be that really pretty shimmer from Ciate. So I want to make sure that I have a developed crease, but I don't want it to be like an overwhelming color, if that makes sense. Now real quick too, I am going to grab a little bit of this bone colored shade right up here, and I am going to take that on this ColourPop E9 brush, and I am going to throw that up near the brow bone just to blend out the brown a little bit. It blended out pretty much perfectly, but I also want to set my brow bone down. I'm going to take this deep brown shade right here on the same little ColourPop brush, and I'm going to use that to lightly deepen up the outer V, but I don't want to deepen it up too much. So I'm just going to take a little bit of color and really pull that through like the lower crease area. All right, now because I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go, I want to dive in with this next, and any like manipulation that I need to do with it, if I need to like smear it out or whatever, I can do that. But I'm going to take this and use just the applicator and try to draw a nice little cut crease line and attempt to give myself a little bit of that. We'll see how it goes. All right, you guys, I hate this. I will absolutely not use this. I'm done. It is, number one, removing all of the makeup underneath of it, like the eyeshadow, the brown shadow, the concealer, all of it. It's almost like an oil-based shimmer, which I do not like. So we're not going to use that. Gonna go ahead here and I'm going to attempt to reconcealer my lid and try to match up both sides again. All right, you guys, so from here, it's not exact, but we're just gonna roll with it. And I'm actually gonna take some of my NYX glitter glue real quick here. I'm gonna throw that onto my lid. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It has a really beautiful, almost like orangey pink kind of pearlescent shift to it. I'm gonna take and pop that. Ooh, right there. And I'm gonna actually throw this one out towards like the outer V out here. And I'm gonna take this lighter shimmer and I'm actually gonna pop that on the inner. Oh, that's, wow. Okay, that's a beautiful color combination. Just for a little bit of balance, I am gonna take the middle tone shimmer there and I'm just gonna run that with my finger on the lower lash line, nothing too crazy. And then throw the lighter one that I popped on the inner V on the lower lash line, right down under the tear duct, and then a little bit on the inner corner as well, just to really brighten up that whole area. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but I tell you what, I really, really liked this little freaking eyeshadow palette. Like, I had such an easy time. It was so fun to use. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my Urban Decay All Nighter. All right, now for highlight, I don't have anything new like for the purposes of this video, but I do have something I've talked about a ton, and y'all know it's the Physicians Formula Little Trio. Of course, they sent me all three, but this one has the shade, what is this? Tropical Sands in it, and I really love this color. It's a creamy consistency as far as the highlight goes, so definitely something to be mindful of. but the color of it, where is she? There she is. It's so, so beautiful, so blinding, and I really love it. Now, I do struggle a little bit with the consistency of this just because it is on the creamy side, and that can really mess with my foundation up on my texture. So how I like to apply it is I just put it on a sponge and press it in, and it makes all the difference. Like, it is so beautiful. It's so blinding. Oh my God, I just love that on my cheekbone. Look at that. Bam. I'm gonna take a little bit of this one. This is my Florence by Mills spray. And then to top everything off, I'm just going to grab a little bit more of my Farsali spray here. Just a little bit, just like 1, 2. But now that we've went ahead and sprayed the face for the final time, let's go ahead and move into eyes. And for that, I have these guys. First of all, I got to curl my lashes, and then I have the Mallywood Smoky Mama Mascara. And I believe this is something I received maybe in a BoxyCharm or one of those subscription boxes a minute ago, and I just have never used it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a few coats of this. All right, you guys, so time out. Using this mascara by itself, absolutely not. You know what this needs more than anything in the world? It needs some girth, y'all. It needs some girthy goodness. That's what she said. Put on like 2, 3, 12, I don't even know how many coats on this eye, and it's doing a good job at like individualizing the lashes, but I'm not getting any volume or like no meaty goodness to my lashes. So I'm gonna layer it with maybe a little bit of my, what do I got here? My Stila lashes here. This is the Stila Magnum XXX. I'm gonna layer these together and then I'll be back. I'm layering, then I'll be back. God, it's been an exhausting couple of minutes over here trying to do my damn eyelashes. Oh my God, girl. I need a break from you, onto you, call it a day. Okay. And all right, beautiful people, this is the finished look. What do you think? Be sure to leave me all of your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like at the start of this video, it was really rocky, and I didn't honestly think things were going to turn out this good. And so I'm just kind of like taking it as a win, like we're gonna take the W and move on. I do real quick want to touch on the lip situation. I went in with a little combo that I've been using a ton lately, and that is this lipstick. This is the KKW lipstick in shade number 4 Nude. I really do love the tone and the undertone of her nude lipstick. I don't like the, packaging, the component. I feel like overall they have a really cheap vibe, smell, that whole thing. But the color itself I really like, and I purchased them a long time ago, and I've gotten so much use out of them. And then over top of that, for just a little bit of a glossy moment, I went in with this gloss, which is probably one of my top tier, like top 5 of all time favorite glosses from Lunar Beauty, and it is in the shade Dreamy. This gloss, you guys, if you don't have it, this is like the perfect cross between a lip gloss and a lip oil. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's shiny. It's lightweight. It settles perfectly onto your lips. Overall, you guys, that is today's video. Please be sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think? Was there anything in here that you were curious about, or I don't know, whatever? Like, what do you think? Do you like this type of video? Do you want me to continue kind of exploring and gathering things, maybe do a drugstore version of this? What are your thoughts and opinions on that? Leave it down below. And if you haven't done so yet, please don't forget you can check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked down in the description box, and I've been having a lot of good time over on Instagram, you guys, so definitely check me out. Stay tuned over there. And of course, hello, the most important thing, if you haven't subscribed to this here channel, please be sure to do that as well. I do put up 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in good old Northern Michigan. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my God, my eye literally this whole time has been watering. Like start to finish, I've been filming for roughly 72 years, and it has watered all 72 years. How is there liquid left in my face? That's what I want to know. I should be a damn raisin by now. Shriveled up. Oh yes, I am. Alrighty. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Gotta color switch my brush. Ouch. You ever just put your leg down and like the seam of your pants is under your ankle bone? Ugh, the pain is so real. And this is their Hollywood contour wand made for easy contour. And it is, oh, goodbye, it's on the floor. Wait, well maybe I can I fix that actually? Where's the sun? Where's the sun? It's in the sky, you idiot. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige. This is Seeking Alexandria. And guys, today we are going to be doing